everyone. Hi friends, family, strangers, whoever you are. Thanks for stopping by my channel. Happy to see you. Today we are going to do swatches of what is labeled as the pink browns for ModelOnes. I got these off of Amazon. I think they were either $7.99 or $9.99. And you get 4 colors plus the trial liquids, a brush, orange stick, a buffer, and an emery board. So I'm not going to be using the buffer, the emery board, or the orange stick because I'm just doing swatches today. But what I like to do when I get these is to make swatches so that I know exactly what the color will look like on my nail before I get halfway through a manicure and decide that that color really isn't for me. If you aren't aware, ModelOnes and Azure are made by the same company, and they don't give their colors names, they just give them numbers. And so without doing the swatches, I really don't know what I'm looking at, and it makes it easier for me to know what I'm going to get when I do my manicure. So our first one up is number 18. So this is a lavender. It looks kind of pale. Then we got 442. It's pretty dark, kind of it's a dark red, maybe a mahogany, not mahogany, mulberry, maybe wine, something like that. Ooh, then we got a glitter. I am a glitter girl. I absolutely love glitter. That's my favorite thing to have on my nails, but it's not always practical. And then I really like, I call a lavender. This one's a little pinker maybe than this one, but we'll see when we get started. So first thing we're going to do is to get our base coat, and we are going to go ahead and start the process here. So if you haven't been with me before, what I do is I go ahead and go through the whole process. I do 3 coats of dip on each of these swatches, and then I activate and top coat. So what I do is I just very gently put it in, roll it in, lift it up, roll it again, and then tap off the excess. It's a very simple procedure. If you're doing those on your real nails and you don't want to dip, you can do a pour over method where you use something underneath to catch the dip, whether that's a dip tray or a cupcake liner or whatever works for you. You can do that as well. Since I always use extensions on my fingers because I have some wonky looking fingernails, they're kind of weird sized and they grow crooked and all that good business, I just use extensions. It makes my life a little easier that way. So, and this I have found is a way that I can do my nails at home, because I also have this weird thing about having people touch my fingernails and my toenails. I don't like it. I don't like somebody else touching my nails. I hate it when my kids did it when they were little. They would want to, rub my fingernails, and it would drive me crazy. I just can't do it. So this is a good way for me to do it. I have nice looking nails. They're easy, and this doesn't require any UV lamps or LED lamps or any of that. It's just what you see is what you get. So there we go. We're first coat in. All right, so again, this is very light. I still don't have any idea of what color I'm looking at here. This is, I would call it a dark red wine or a mulberry. And this here's got lavender tones, maybe dusty lavender tones. So what you'll do next is you'll take your brush and just dust it off. Make sure there's no loose dip powder still there. Go back with your base coat again and do another thin layer, making sure you're getting all of the sides. You don't want to forget a side and then not have good coverage. So make sure you get all of your sides, and then just repeat the process. Put it in to the side, slowly move it over, slowly move it over. Don't just shove it in there hard. That, might get lumps or bumps that way. So this is my process. You might find things that work better for you, but this is the process I have found that works well for me. I do this. We're having a visitor right now, my little puppy. She's very interested in what I'm doing. Get down, Rip. Her name is Ripley. My husband is a big fan of Yellowstone, so he wanted to name her Rip. And my daughters and I said, well, that's all fine and dandy, but Rip is a boy's name, so we're going to call her Ripley. And that was okay. So she's Ripley. So here we go. Okay, here we go. We're getting this second coat on. It's going quickly. I'm really curious to see what this color is going to be because it's very, very pale, at least right now. So we'll see what we get when we are all finished. But you can tell where you've been because it's all shiny, just like regular nail polish there. So you know you've gotten all your sides and everything. And again, just carefully dip in, and tap. And get a lot of that extra powder off right back into your powder container. You don't have to worry about losing a lot of it. And you can see when it starts to dry, it gets kind of wrinkly looking, kind of like your fingers do if you've been in the water too long. It gets kind of that wrinkle type effect. I don't know why, but it does. And so, but I'm going to go, since these are swatches, I'm not waiting as long as I normally would. Normally I would wait a little longer between coats. What typically happens when I'm doing my nails is I start with one hand like this, and while this hand is drying, I move on and do the second hand, and then when I come back, it's fine, it's dry. So that's how I do it when I'm doing a full manicure. I just do them across the board, one right after the other, and then by the time I get back, they've had plenty of time to dry. So here we go. So this is the third coat that we're doing here now. And I find 3 coats for me is the magic number. Depending on how hard your nails are, or excuse me, how hard you are on your nails, you may find that 4 coats or 3 and a clear transparent encapsulator works best for you. I found that 3 works fine for me. I don't usually ever use the encapsulator, not even with my glitters, at least this type. If I am using some sort of accent piece or accent glitter that's not a part of the dip, then I will use a clear coat encapsulator to keep that from poking up or coming off or anything like that nature. So here we go. It's going to be really pretty, I think. I'm really liking that. Okay, and here we go. So see what color we're getting here. Like I said, it's very pale. Might look really good as a French. If you wanted to do this, whoops, I spilled a little, but that's okay. Maybe, maybe not. But anyway, there we go. So that is all 3 coats of dip. I'm going to close up the base coat and all of my dip powder so I don't accidentally spill anything or knock it over and make a big mess, because that is something I am prone to do. So we'll get these all closed up here. Now, what you can do at this point is you can go in with a stiff brush if you want to and work on those if you need to, if you've got some lumps or bumps or whatever, or if you just want to make sure you've got all the dust off. Again, these are swatches, so I am not interested in doing all that extra work. So I'm just going to go ahead and get right in with the activator. This is what hardens the nail, hardens the dip powder. And so I am very liberal with this in my application. So I want to make sure that I've got good activator on here and that it's a nice even, and I don't want to have to worry about. And I have never had any cracking or splitting or chipping or anything like that, because like I said, I think it's because I am very, very liberal with my activator. You can see that you kind of get a little bit of coloring on your brush, but it doesn't transfer. Yeah, it's gone pretty quickly. So get this last one right here, get it activated. All right. And then you can come back again, like I said, since this is a swatch, I'm just going to go right through it and do the second activator. But when I do my own, you know, I go through, you know, 2 full sets of, you know, or a full set of manis, both hands, left and right. And so by the time I get back, it's sat a little longer. But I'm going to go ahead, like I said, and do the second coat of activator here because I'm just swatching these out. Make sure I've got it good and covered. I'm really intrigued by this really dark wine color. It's really a pretty color, and I can see having a lot of uses for that in the fall as well as around the holiday season. And of course, you can never go wrong with glitter in my world. So, get that done. Alright, so there's our 2 coats of activator. I'm going to close up my activator now. And we're going to let just kind of it sounds like it's probably dry enough, especially since I'm swatching. Again, if I was doing this for my manicure, I'd wait a little longer before I went ahead and did my top coat. But so there we go. Get that all covered. That's really pretty. I'm really liking that. I forgot what I usually do when I do top coats. Oh, actually, I guess I haven't forgotten because I haven't done one yet. Is after I do my top coat, I wipe off my brush to make sure I'm not contaminating my top coat with any activator. Also, as a precaution, if you want to, you can always at this stage before you do your top coat, take a lint-free rag or whatever, and I always just use a paper towel and wipe the nails off so you're also getting any activator off. Since these little trial sizes are not my main go-to dip liquids, I'm not as concerned. If they were my real dip liquids that I usually use for myself on my manicures, I'd probably be a little bit more anxious about that. But here we go. I do this one now. And I think when you hit the second coat of top coat is really, there you go, see, I almost forgot, is where the magic occurs for me. Because you know they're pretty, but you can still see just a little bit sometimes of some, and that's why you should go in and buff them after you've done your activator, so you don't have those little ridges or bumps or whatever. But again, like I said, I'm swatching. It's not the end of the world here. I am going to let these dry just a bit. All right, so let's go ahead and do our second top coat on all of these. That is a very nice lavender. Really like that. Let's do our dark wine. Could look like a sherry or a claret. I'm not really a wine person, especially not red. But that's really pretty. And of course, like I said, I absolutely love glitter. So those look amazing together. That will definitely be on my to-do list for a manicure. So, all right, let's finish this last one up. All right, there we go. So that is the swatches for our Model-Ones. Again, number 18, 442, 513, and 521. So hopefully you can see how pretty and shiny those are. And I just love, love that glitter. So again, thank you all for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed this quick little swatch video. If you liked, give me a like. If you have any questions, make a comment below and I'd be happy to answer that. And subscribe if you'd like to see some more of my swatches and my manicures. Other than that, everybody stay safe out there and have a good one. Bye.